Welcome to today's video, everybody. Level and Diecast, of course, bringing you some more Jurassic World stuff from Matchbox. These are the Dinosaur Hunter Packs. These do retail for $9.99. There are 6 in this particular release. Most of them are reissues, but there are some new ones kind of mixed in. This is the details on the back. Does have some pictures of some of them. Actually, I think it's got a picture of all of them. It just excludes the one that's in the pack that you're holding. And then there is your assortment code, barcode, should you want any of those deets. Again, $10 a piece for these. Currently found these at Target, so you can get these at Target. The Tyranno-Hauler is going to be the first one we'll take a look at. This is a reissue. Now, I never have ever bought these Dinosaur Hunter Packs because they're not actual, like, you know, mainline sized models per se. But I thought I'd try something a little bit different, so we'll go through these. This is kind of like a Hummer. It's kind of like a Hummer. It is just a solid piece of metal. There is the base deets on there. So nothing particularly fancy. Again, this is a reissue for, so 2017 was the original one. It has a grappler on the front. Grappler is spring-loaded, and then it moves up and down. So nothing particularly fancy. It says engine on there. A couple of little marks on the top to presumably hold the cage, the reinforcement cage, but it doesn't stay on there all that well. It's kind of on there now. So this is the dinosaur it comes with. It's actually quite detailed, looks pretty nice. It even has an opening mouth, which is kind of interesting. So actually a moving feature to it, which is cool. It is rubber, so it's very pliable, very movable. Everything moves around. It's rubber-like material. A little bit of print on the top looks pretty good. It will stand on its own, which is pretty nice. So you would just come up with your grappler. You would just grab the whole thing, and then you would presumably lift it up. There you go. It holds it right there, and then you would drive away with the dinosaur that you just captured. So it probably works a little bit better, maybe from the backside, maybe. There we go. Try to distribute the weight a little bit, but it's kind of cool. This is clearly more geared towards play and adventure and that kind of stuff like that, which is something that we don't really do here. And that's, you know, the model itself is fine, but there's really nothing like super desirable or super collectible about that particular one. But we do have some better ones. All right, next one up. This is your Quetzal-Copter. Kind of an interesting name for this particular one. This one's also a reissue. Comes with different flying dinosaur, clearly. So, I'm not a big fan of dinosaurs. I'm not a big fan of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, any of those movies. Just not my style personally. But I like diecast and I like collectibles and stuff like that. So, this one comes with this, you know, flying bird basically. Forget the name of these. It's like pterodactyl or something. Maybe not this particular one, but you guys understand what I'm saying. There's a lot of actual really good details, a lot of really good prints on these particular models. This one does have moving wings, so the wings are posable. So not super posable. You got to kind of move it around a little bit, but they are posable, so you can get them up there. So the joints are very, very small. You can see the joints in there. They're very, very small, but it's all made of the rubbery material, so they don't really, you know, stick around there too well. This is the copter. This actually has diecast. It's actually mostly diecast, which is interesting. I thought it was going to be all plastic, to be honest with you. It does have, you know, an opening rotor blade, as you'd expect. It don't particularly sit in there all that well, but it works. It works. So it's like every other time it like resets itself. And then, of course, it's got the spindle piece on the back for the tail rudder, which looks pretty good. Works very well. This is fixed, but you can take it off if you want to. But it is certainly designed to be fixed on there. There's some prints on the bottom. There are no man numbers for these because these are not actual Matchbox models. So just bear in mind with that. This is a very interesting claw. It does open with 2 pieces there, but the claw is very not symmetrical. But it's so that you can grab this particular dinosaur like this, I believe. So you can kind of grasp it in air, which is I think what they do. And that's fine. That's fine. The helicopter is actually pretty decent. It's pretty decently sized, and it has a little bit of fake wheels on the bottom if you want to just land it and not have the crazy contraption on the bottom of it, which I think is a pretty cool feature, which lends some value to it. Not very much value, but a little bit of value. All right, next one up is the Gigantosaurus loader. The Gigantosaurus loader. Now, obviously, this truck would be huge in the source material, and the Dinosaur would also be equally huge in the source material. So, get this popped open. This one is also a reissue, so not new here. I think I actually have this one. I actually bought this one because I thought the truck was kind of interesting. It's got a huge apparatus on the back to grasp onto a Gigantosaurus, and it does rotate, which is pretty nice. The casting is plastic base and metal bodies you'd expect. The details look pretty good. The wheels are based on Matchbox wheels, but they are not an actual Matchbox wheel. Matchbox does not make that one in that size. That one is proprietary for this one, but it is based on it. There is the deets on the base. Again, no particular man numbers. They do have assortment numbers and all that stuff, but no particular man number. So this whole piece right here is just solid plastic, and you just use the friction of the plastic material itself to grab your Gigantosaurus, which happens to be this guy, who is different than that first mold. So this guy's got the spines and stuff on the back. He still has the opening posable mouth. So if you want the mouth to be grabbing something, eating something, a little bit of print for the eyes are well. That's pretty good. So not a bad little bit of details in there. Thought that was maybe a Jurassic Park logo on his foot. Oh, it is. Look at that. That little tiny logo on there is a Jurassic Park logo. He stands up just fine too. No big deal there. Gigantosaurus loader. Let's see here. Maybe around the main body area. You're limited on the plastic, so the plastic only moves so far. Now this clearly is plenty of friction to hold that. Because this model itself is actually pretty heavy, and you're just lifting up a piece of rubber, which is really not that big a deal. So what we'll do is we'll kind of put this in the back, and kind of pose him upside down with the Gigantosaurus. All right, this one is also a reissue. This is your Velociraptor Blue and a Troceraptor. I actually have this one, the original release of this one, because I thought this truck was actually really cool. And it's very close in size to a mainline Matchbox. So that was very, very interesting. Get the packaging off of here for us. So there is the truck. I do like the truck. Just has black wheels. I don't know where this truck is. I know I have it somewhere. I don't believe it's on display though. So a little bit of print in the front looks pretty good. A little bit of print for the lights on the top. Of course, your Jurassic Park logo on the side. I actually like the way that this truck looks. It's very beefy, very cool. There is a crane on the top, and then it does have an opening bed section in the back, although that's kind of pointless. But it's cool to have just another little feature. Now, this thing does not reach all the way to the ground. That's as far as you're going to get. So if the Velociraptor is next to you, it's not quite low enough to pick it up. Now this is Blue. Blue is actually a particular carrier or character in the movie. That's about as much as I know. I'm not a huge fan of the show itself. And then there is just your typical Velociraptor looking sinister. Or I guess he's the Arrow Raptor, whatever that one was called. But the prints are really, really good. I do like the prints a lot. The prints look very, very good. Details all in there with the eyes and stuff like that. Looks good. So we'll put that one there. It does stand exactly how you expect. And then as far as the claw goes, it does hold the Raptor just perfectly fine. And put it in there. Set him in there. So he's kind of big in the back, but it's probably appropriately sized, which is cool. So we'll kind of put this here. We'll see how many of these I can get on the screen. I only have 2 more to go, but one of them is enormous. It's a very large piece, very large model. All right, this one I do believe is brand new for 2025. This is your Mosasaurus C-Sub. That is a very interesting looking very large submarine piece. I do believe this one's brand new for 2025. So we'll take a look at our base deets, as we typically do, and see if it is in fact a brand new casting. So looking at the bottom here, of course it's made in China. Looking for a production date. We'll get the production date on this side. 2017, so no, this is not new. But I never ever saw this one. I guess maybe because I never paid attention to the first release that came out. But it has gigantic arms, gigantic grabbing arms. All the orange you see is die cast. This thing's actually relatively heavy. It's got some good heft to it. There's a couple of seats in there. I know it's kind of hard to see with the glare on the bubble there, but there are a couple of seats in there for the operator cab. Then, of course, tanks on the side. This big gray cage on there looks good. And then the top cage on there. Now, the top cage can be removed. Whether or not you'd really want to remove it or not, it's added on as a separate piece, and it's pretty cool. Some pretty cool details for the engine in the back. Kind of interesting. But it just snaps on there. The arms go up and down, and then they rotate as well. There's no fixture or no joints or anything in the actual arm or this thing right here. So this is the Dinosaur it comes with. This is the one that swims in the water. It's pretty much been in all the trailers, I do believe. This one also has the opposable jaw, although the jaw doesn't move very much on this particular one, unless you make them talk to you like this and tell you how good level M diecast is. Green for the green for the lights. I lost my train of thought. Green for the eyeballs. The prints are really good. I'm not gonna lie. The prints on the dinosaurs are actually really, really good. I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff, but I do think that's kind of cool. As far as holding on to this thing, if you want to capture it, let's see here. Maybe you're gonna have to kind of grab them at a weird angle. So something kind of like that, but it actually held it in there relatively well. So doesn't seem to be wanting to fall out. So we'll kind of put him onto the side right here. It's probably about as good as we're gonna get. All right, the very last one in the mix. This is the one. This is the reason why I bought all of these. This is the Dilophosaurus lifter. This is also not a new casting. I thought it was, but it's not. So I don't think there are any new castings in this mix, unfortunately. So I do apologize. I bought this one because I was like, that forklift just looks cool. It just looks cool. But look how big this cage is. The cage is enormous. So we'll get this one cracked open. Here we go. Ooh. Losing all of my Dilophosauruses. We get two of them in there. Those are the ones that shoot the sticky venom stuff. So here we go. So there is your Dilophosaurus with its little side things up, getting ready to shoot the venom on you or whatever it is. So this does not have any moving features or anything like that. But again, it's just all super soft plastic. Very little bit of print on this one. This one's super, super low key on the non-existent details. As far as standing up, though, it stands up. Oops, sorry about that. Get that on the camera a little bit. So that guy stands up just fine. No big deal. You do get two of those. They are exactly the same between the two. Exactly the same. So we'll put that guy there as well. So it kind of sits forward. This is the cage that you get. It's just a piece of plastic. Of course, it's broken out in the front. It probably has something to do with the movie or something of that effect, or just maybe some play value. This is designed to be forked from either direction. So that's actually a very interesting design piece that somebody actually used their brain a little bit. So you can lift it from either direction, which is good. It's definitely good. This is the forklift. It is mostly metal. It uses some proprietary wheels. This is kind of interesting. It's kind of a cool piece. As far as tilt back, there is no tilt back, but it does lift up. It's just very rudimentary. Just lifts up to the top right there. There's no dual stage mast or anything like that. A little bit of prints on the front for the lights, which looks good. This little balance piece right here that you see right there, that is die cast. It's actually part of the casting. It's just painted a different color. And then, of course, the base is metal as well. There is the Deets 2017 as well. So unfortunately not new for this guy either, but I thought the forklift was kind of cool. I've never really cared about this particular set. I bought these because of the forklift, but it turned out to be not all that great. So this is definitely something for a person who really likes Jurassic Park or really likes Matchbox. Other than that, I mean, it's a very limited spectrum of reach for this product. Again, they retail for $10 a piece. I think $10 is a perfectly fine price. I don't think there's anything wrong with $10. I think $10 is actually a pretty decent cost. But the stuff itself is truly made to be a little bit more playable and not so much collectible. So anyways, there you go. That is Dino Hunter Mix 2025 Matchbox Jurassic World. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about those. My personal take, pass up on them. So catch you next time here at Level M. Peace.